Yes, sir. But yeah, with that being said, man, I think we'll jump right into the program today. And let's get this started with Delonte. Delonte West. There was a video that I put on the screen there for the people watching on YouTube that surfaced today saying, man, and it's not looking good at all.
Nah.
We see that he's pretty much, fell from grace, but you have the backstory for us with Delonte West.
Yeah, Delonte West was allegedly getting beat up in the middle of the road. There was a tweet that came out, and then it started circulating all over Twitter. A lot of his former contemporaries started seeing a lot of this and was upset. Jason Williams, Kendrick Perkins, his old former teammates were very upset about this. I can't show the video. Or we are going to show the video. You guys can check that out right now. Listening to it, Unfortunately, on audio version, we can't do that. But yeah, man, Delonte West was also in the street. I'll play a little bit of that audio, and then we'll get our thoughts on this.
What? Man, why'd you hit him? Did he attack you first from the self-defense, or did you hit him?
Man, I walked down the street. The man approached me with a gun.
Where's his gun at?
I don't give a
Okay.
Young champ. I'm the leader of the goddamn Navy SEALs.
For the people who don't know, just to give you a little insight, he started in the league in 2012, started making $1.23 million a year. Oh, no, excuse me. He started in 05. Sorry, 04-05 season. He made $939,000, ended in 2013, making $1.2 million. That's per year, making a grand total of $19.7 million total in his NBA career, all being guaranteed. So he's seen all that money, but obviously drug abuse, whatever other demons he may be going through. A lot of the players were kind of attesting to him having some mental health issues, and the NBA putting their hand out there and trying to help the former players as well as the current players get through a lot of the things and demons they're going through. His brother's obviously dealing with some demons. A lot of people are having a good time and a joke about this, but this isn't a joke.
Really?
This is real. Yeah.
Serious?
I mean, it's Twitter and motherfucking fingers, and people they think this is a game for real, and they don't care that this man has a family and a life, and it publicly is being destroyed. And at the top, it's one thing to not have it and not know what it feels like and not be at the top of the mountain and kind of do what you think. It's a certain level of peace that comes with that. But to be there and then to lose it and tragically fall the way you are, that fall is way harder. Delonte West is going through stuff, man. I pray for him.
Yeah, and this you could tell a lot. One person once said, I forget the name of the person, but you could tell a lot by a society about how they treat the people at the bottom. And for people to sit up here and laugh at this dude, I mean, watching the video was heartbreaking, because forget about, okay, he lost the money. It happens. He had drug problems, but obviously you see what he's saying, like the dude has mental issues. So I don't know how people can laugh at that, man. That's heartless. But nevertheless, man, you said that the NBA, at some point tried to reach down and help him,
No, players were calling out the NBA to reach out and help him. NBA has done nothing as of late. What do you think about that? Does the NBA have any, I don't want to say should they, do they have any responsibility? No, I
don't think so. You gotta get help for yourself. Now, it's one thing when you're a part of the NBA and they see different things. Like we could talk about the Aaron Hernandez situation, and some things were going on, and they probably maybe would have addressed it. But some teams have. We've seen different situations where franchises and stuff will step in and get people different services, and we've seen it with Philly and Andy Reid and different things like that with that tenure. But he retired. He made the money. It's on him. This is what
I would say I wish the NBA would do, because this rogue situation to go down and personally go help him, even though it would be great, I'm not going to say they're wrong or right in doing what they do, but they should put a policy in place and maybe having some kind of like the military does, some kind of money or something, like not a GI Bill, but like the veterans funds and things like this set up for people that may be going through things in the NBA. Once you did some psych evaluations, and they always checked up on them, always did wellness checks, provided health care if needed for the rest of their lives to make sure that they can sustain a substantial life.
They probably got something like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
NFL, I'm sure they do, but it's like they may have different insurances and stuff for players and whatnot. And, you would think that he would be able to afford that insurance himself, but you wouldn't expect the man to squander, his whole fortune, and be addicted to drugs and be out in the middle of the street. You would expect somebody, somebody in the NBA, especially where the money is guaranteed, to be able to be successful outside of the NBA. But honestly, man, I don't think the NBA, I know they got stuff set up, but I don't think there's no responsibility at all on them. What happens to Delonte West after he leaves their league? It's just a business. At the end of the day, it's not, a babysitter or anything like that. This is a business that's here to make money. When he was there, he got paid, albeit very well, $19 million over his career. He left. He's in the situation that he's in. I mean, it's hard. It may sound heartless, but I don't think the NBA has any onus on this. Now, I would say that maybe family, friends, close people around him could, go out there and lend a helping hand. That's if he wants it. Sometimes people just they isolate themselves and they don't talk to people and they don't want the help. Not saying that's Delonte's, condition, but ultimately it's on him and his inner circle for him to get the type of help. As heartless or unemotional it sounds. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna put any stereotypes on the brother, but watching him play, I can remember watching the play and looking at him and going, there might be something kind of off with that dude. And what I mean by that is there might have been something going on mentally for him for his entire life. There might have been something going on during the season, certain triggers that people could have picked up on to maybe help him earlier on, or they just kind of chalked it up to Delonte being Delonte. I don't know.
Right.
He's in this situation
like what,
now.
Because I don't really recall.
Just what do you mean? Like what do you mean?
What would cause you to think that he had some issues, mental issues early on?
How he would act on the goddamn court.
Okay, see, I never really
shit that he would act, the look in his eye, and certain fouls he would make, and gestures he would do after it, or little things. He wasn't a nuisance to where he was getting technical fouls all the time. He was a good basketball player, but there was a certain thing that you can look and go, yeah, that dude crazy as hell off the court. Anthony Mason, rest in peace. You could tell that brother was about it off the court. Delonte West had a certain look about him, and like I said, not to stereotype him, but
think he's done.
Done what?
Is he done? Like, you think that this is the end for Delonte?
Nah.
It goes up from here, or it continues to go down here?
That's up to him, man. I really don't know. I think that from seeing this, you have a lot of people publicly saying they want to help him, but publicly saying it and actually doing it are two totally different things. We'll see. He would have to accept the help, like you said. And if he's not there and he's too far gone, then this story may be ending very tragically. We may be hearing a documentary on him. I pray and I hope that he can get through this and we could see a more positive ending to this, but who knows, man.
It's one of the ultimate falls from grace, man. Definitely.
We've seen this world chew people up, spit them out all the time, and this is sad to see, but it happens all the time.
Yeah, condolences, not that he died, but hopefully he can get the type of help that he needs. Crazy.
Facts. I'm not going there with you, okay?
I ain't laughing at that. I'm talking about Antonio Brown, man.
All right, go ahead. Let's transition to fucking me.
Now, Antonio Brown, there's a lot of people, they're starting to speculate now from some of his actions that he may have some or be dealing with some real serious mental issues. Well, a new story came out today, Sandman, by way of TMZ, and they're pretty much saying that Antonio Brown has been accused of felony battery and burglary stemming from an incident with a driver who works with a moving company. Now, TMZ was told that cops are actively looking for an arrest warrant for Antonio Brown, and they're saying that they're trying to get him to surrender peacefully. Now, one source told TMZ that one person that was with Brown at the time of the alleged altercation has already been arrested. So TMZ is pretty much saying that an arrest warrant may be imminent for Antonio Brown. Now, a week ago, we seen there was an incident where Stephen A. Smith ripped into him because he put a video out there of him cussing out some cops, going in on his baby mom. I mean, it's just been a whole bunch of things that's been escalating for Antonio Brown. It will make one think, yo, does this dude really have some mental issues? Because it's like, even Aaron Hernandez is like, yo, what are these dudes doing with all this money, all this fortune, all this fame, all this prestige, and just throwing it away? Stupid stuff. It got to be something mental going on. Saying, man, what do you think about this newest news that came out by way of TMZ about Antonio Brown?
I hope something's mentally wrong with him. I hope, because after seeing his actions and seeing that he could have had $23 million guaranteed if you'd have just shut the hell up for another couple of days in Oakland, to something he had so good in Pittsburgh, and then you get signed to the New England Patriots, you mess around, get some allegations thrown at you, albeit we don't know if they're true or not, even though we know the party involved, know the female personally, which is crazy, but we do. Yeah, I do. I should say, not you, guy, but you just see a paper trail of behavior after behavior after behavior. Then you see him on live with the cops. It's like he's living a false sense of reality and is really like almost lost his mind on social media to social media, thinking that this world is real and that people are looking at him a certain way, like he's a superstar. You got people tickling his ego, saying, you the man, you this, you that. He's reading all this shit when he really needs to just shut the hell up. I said this 2 months ago. Somebody needs to take his phone. We said this when he was trying to get back in the league. Somebody needs to take his phone.
Agree.
He is his own worst enemy. This is ending. This is another tragic ending to a story. And I don't know. You trying to attribute it to CTE? You think CTE is involved with this? Or
you seen that hit that he took from Booth or whatever.
Vontez Burfict getting knocked in the next fucking.
It could be. Now we seen that Jose Baez, I think his name is, which is the attorney of Aaron Hernandez, came out yesterday and said all this stuff that happened is a result of the CTE. Why wouldn't it be for Antonio Brown? He took a lot of hits to the head, not only in the NFL, but Little League, Pop Warner. These guys play high school, college, all these years of taking hits to the head. It has to be something mentally going on. Nobody just does stuff like this. You know what I mean? I'm not giving him an excuse or anything, but maybe he needs to get that scan or whatever they do. I don't know if you can do it if you're alive or not, but you know, that brain scan and see if he has advanced stages. I ain't even joking of CTE or look into some other deep-seated issues to why you would be behaving like this with all this on the line. And we was with you. You know what I mean? You had the incident in Oakland and we ain't throw you away. And even after that with the Patriots, like, yo, give my man a chance. But now it's escalating to the point where, all right, you out there with your baby mom, you cussing out police officers.
With your kids out there getting put in cop cars, dog. Come on,
it just don't. Either you look at, you say maybe drugs, or this dude is crazy. It's like, it's got to be a couple different things there. Nobody does stuff like this with all this stuff on the line, man. No, you got, this dude could have possibly been back in the NFL next year, but he's ruining his chances. Not only that, Sam, man, this is equivalent to a Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant of a sport that's totally effing off everything going on out. When he's on the field, he's the man. But anything outside of that, he's totally throwing it away, man. And he has Michael Jordan-like talent. Wasn't he the best? He's pretty much the best receiver in the NFL when he's playing.
The brother could have ultimately, when it was all said and done, go down as the most productive and greatest wide receiver to ever walk this earth.
Right.
And he wasn't the tallest. He wasn't the fastest, but this dude ran routes and his work ethic was crazy. It reminded me, he was like a John Jones of his game. It was just like, but the difference is John Jones had a lifestyle where he enjoyed the party, enjoyed doing his things. He didn't work as hard. Antonio Brown busts his ass every single day, which kind of to me negates even drugs, because somebody that pays attention and cares about their body that much ain't gonna put nothing in there to jack up the system, jack up the train, jack it up moving. But something's not right.
CTE, maybe.
I don't see. Here's the thing. I could say CTE, but it may be too late before we find out.